Take a look at threading the machine. So you're going to have your little supports on here. We're going to take that, we're going to leave it up a little bit, and then we're going to take our spool of thread and we're just going to set it in place. Now the whole point of that is to help prevent this from rocking. Okay, so we just again, while that's up a little bit, we set our spool of thread in place. Now when it comes to going through the guides up at the top, you have 3 sets of guides. Any row of thread in the back here is going to go through all 3 guides. The thread that's in the middle row is only going to go through 2 guides, and the spools of thread in the front row are only going to go through 1 guide. The one that's marked red is the first one. So we're simply going to go up through the first guide. And now we're going to go to the Pretensioner. Next we go through the Pretensioner. So there's a guide on the back. So we come from back to front on the guide. And having a pair of tweezers on hand would be very handy at this point. Now we want to lift up the little washer. We want to go over the little post and underneath the washer. Like that. Now we're going to pop off this end of the tubing. And you just kind of push up and wiggle it and it will come undone. Okay, there are 3 ways that we can get the thread through here. Okay, the first method is to take a needle, double this up, put the needle on here, and just drop it, and you'll just kind of wiggle this and work the needle all the way down and then pull it out and it will be threaded. Another technique is start the thread through and then take it and wind it through, because these are split, until it gets to the end, then feed it back through. A third method would be to get it started, pull some slack, and take a can of compressed air and shoot it through. And the last technique, the machine comes with a threading wire. We're simply going to take the hook end, we're going to place it through the tubing, out the other end, take our thread, double it up, put it on the little hook, and simply pull the thread back through. Oops. There we go. Okay. That's how we get the thread through the tube. Now we simply make sure that when we put this back, that this is still in place. This one came undone, which is what I thought. There we go. And that it goes right through here. And now we put the tube back and snap it back in place. Next, we want to go behind this little butterfly right here. It's a little pressure clip. You want to make sure that we go behind the whole thing. Now, what's very important to see is if I pull this forward, there's a little shaft that sticks out here. So we want to make sure that we go between the tension washers and we want to go over that little shaft. We want to be on the left-hand side of it. And then let the washer close just like that. Now, this is the sensor that tells the machine that we have a thread break or that we ran out of bobbin. So we want to go on the left-hand side of the post. We want to go on the wheel. We want to come around 1 full turn, then back down to the bottom. So that's 1.5 times around. then go on the left-hand side of the post again. And now I'm going to open the door to get it out of the way, and we're going to go behind the second little butterfly and then let it go back into position. Next, we're going to lift up this little arm just so that the hole in the spring is lined up over here, and we want to go under the roller, through the hole in the spring, out the other side. Now we can bring that down. Now we come up to the take-up lever. We always want to go from right to left on the take-up lever. And now we go into the guide on the left-hand side here. And now we'll go through the lower guide. Now we're at threading the needle itself. So the thread goes to the eye of the needle, and we want to go in from front to back. I'm trying to hold this just to make sure it doesn't twist around the needle. And we want to go behind this little piece here called the thread guide. And then the thread is fed down through the presser foot. And then we pull it up into the holding spring, and then we trim it from 3/4 of an inch to an inch past the holding spring. You don't want to trim it any shorter, otherwise it'll pull out of the needle before it catches the bobbin. We don't want to trim it any longer, otherwise it'll stick out of the front of your embroidery instead of being pulled to the back side. Now, you're only going to see threads in the holding spring as a temporary holder, like when you first thread the machine or if you have a thread break. When the machine is actually running, it's going to be pulled into this holding strip down at the bottom here.